Hi guys, well, the day's finally arrived. Woohoo! My first Wild Orchid Crafts project. So I made this lovely little sewing box. I altered it, I bought it when it was this colour, which is just rough sawn wood, very rough. I've left that deliberately so I could show you what it looked like, and it was like that all over, but I will put a photograph on as well. So I've left that, but I will now cover it with felt so that it can go on anything without scratching. So as you can see, it is a miniature sewing box. It does open. I've put some laces and flowers that I've made myself out of my lace and ribbons. And there's some laces in there as well, so it is fully working. You know, in effect it is a sewing box, but a miniature one. And I bought it with these little bits and pieces inside within the glass. So without further ado, I'll get going on it, because there's quite a lot on this. There's quite a lot to get through, and I use a lot of Wild Orchid Crafts products. Why not? Anyway, so first of all, I started with the box, as I said, and I gave it a couple of coats of white gesso. I then used a pearlized acrylic paint on top in parts, and it's this one here, and it's from Do Crafts, and it's just a pearl medium. So it's just a pearly paint. You can use whatever you want, but I used that, which gave me this effect. If you can see there, you can see there, it's like a pearlized effect, and I did that all over. So yeah, so I did that all over, including all the around the tops, just to give it that bit of oomph. Then I went around the whole lot with a paper line. I distressed the paper. I also went round it with tea dye, distress ink and vintage photo. The paper line that I've used is from Prima, and it's the Stationer's Desk, which gives you these lovely dark roses, which is what I tied in my roses with. You also get sayings on it, you know, sentiments. I love this one. It says, "Life's beauty is hidden in the everyday." It's gorgeous. I actually crackled that. I'll show you it up close in a minute. But anyway, so I did it all in that paper line. Added the distress inks. Now this paper, this is paper around here. The tape measure, and I've done the tape measure all the way around, and also in places like here across the glass here. And that is from the engraver paper line from Prima. As I said, everywhere else has been distressed with you know, all the paper, and the box itself, as you can tell here, is darker, yeah? It's all been distressed with distress inks of tea dye, walnut stain, vintage photo, and I think that's it. I then went over with this crackle gate glaze in certain parts, and it's the Tim Holtz Distress Crackle Paint, and this is the clear. It's called Rock Candy. I love this stuff, it's really good. So I use that in certain little bits. You might be able to tell there, but you can definitely tell on this sentiment here. I love that effect, but I only used it there and on a couple of corners on the actual paper, so I didn't use a lot of it, just in that area. And that is basically that. Now, because there's so much to go on, I'm now going to go through everything that I've put on from Wild Orchid Crafts, because that's what we're here for, isn't it? So the Cottage roses here, there are cream ones, I'll get to them in a minute, but this one in particular, and there's another one at the other side, are the Rose Pink Cottage Rose, and that's a 30mm rose, and it's MKX 667. Then the Cottage roses that are in the cream I also went over with a pearlized paint on them as well. You can't really tell, you know, you can there a little bit. That's Cottage Rose, but it's from a white and a cream set, so it's a double set of cream and white, and that's QVR050. Then we've got Trellis Roses, which is here, and is there any more on here? And here, in fact you might be able to see the pearlized version on that. No, you can't. Anyway, the Trellis Roses, they're in white and they're 35mm, and they are MKX682. Then I used some open roses, little diddy open roses, absolutely stunning, my favourite colour, aubergine. So you get them in a plum and aubergine, and they're even on this little baby spool here. So cute. And oh, and here I've put them in here as well. And that's a plum and aubergine open rose at 15mm, and the code for them are MKX004. The rest of all the roses, except for these red ones, but all that one there, that one, this one, these two here, absolutely stunning, is my favourite pack of all time from Wild Orchid Crafts, and it's the pack of vintage mixed 100 roses, open roses, and it's a 100 set, and it's mixed vintage. And these are, you can get them in all the sizes from 10 to 25, but these are the 25mm, and they are MKX643, or is that 043? Can't even read my own writing. But I will put it up on, I'll double check and put it up on the screen anyway with the rest of them, so you'll be able to see which one it is. The deep red here, no, not here, sorry, I've turned it round. Here, see them little plum ones are there as well, little aubergine ones. They really are good fillers. So these two here that I've covered with some of the paints are deep red open roses, and they're 25mm as well, and that's MKX002. Other open roses, two-tone pink, which is this one here, which is another beauty, and that's a 20mm, and that's MKX068. The rose hip buds are here. They are absolute, I love anything to do with the rose hip buds. They are absolutely stunning, any of the colours I go for. These rose hip buds are the ivory ones, and that's GST063. There's wild buds, which are these, absolutely stunning, and these here is the same one. Oh, and that rose is the same as that one there, what I said earlier, the two-tone baby pink. So the wild buds, them two there, and this one here, and they are rose hip buds, no, wild buds, sorry, two-tone baby pink, and they are MKX102. Magnolias, wow, my favourite flower at the moment. These magnolias here, absolutely stunning. They really are gorgeous, and I've put some of that pearlized paint on there as well. And the code for that, you get 50 in a pack, and this is the white, and the code for them are QVR028. Then we have Burgundy Gypsophilia, when I can find it. What have I done with it? I've hidden it. I'll have to come back to that. It's in one of these. It's in one of these somewhere. I'll come across it after. If I can't find it, oh, it's here. It's in there. Burgundy Gypsophilia, which is GST233. Then we've got the long stem Stamen, which are these here. So what I've done, they are long, they're about that long, so what I've done is I've bent them in half, and they're really good because they hold their shape. And there's two here as well, but that's just one stem. You get 100 stems in the pack, which is a lot. They really will last you a while. You get 100, and these are the white ones, and they are MKX 471. I've also put on some mixed hydrangea blooms and made a flower out of them, so they're actually flats. So I've made a flower out of them. You can see that just about. And that was in the pink and the aubergine, and it was a mixed pack, and they are on the same premise as all the other roses. They're on a vintage mixed pack. So they are mixed hydrangea blooms, and they're 25mm, and there's 100 to a pack in vintage, and that's MKX 678. Here is gardenias, beautiful gardenia. I've covered that in the pearlized paint as well. I've even put one of them, you know, them cheap needle threaders you get in the cheap sewing kits. I've even put one of them behind it, and it looks really snazzy. It's quite cool how that's come out like that. This pink gardenia is, oh no, that's not the pink gardenia. No, that's a deep, I'm looking for the deep red one. That's it, that's the large one. That one's a medium, that's a small one. This is a large gardenia, and I've covered that in some paint. The large gardenia is 6 centimeters, and it's in deep red, and it's MKX 078. The other gardenia, which is that pink one that we just looked at, is, you get 50 in mixed colours, so it's all different colours, and the pink is in that set. And they range between, no, that one is 35mm, so I've got the right size. That's 35mm, and that's 50. And the 30mm, or 35, is QVR 001. Now, all the way around, in all different parts, are these mulberry leaves, these white mulberry leaves. And they come in all different sizes as well. And they really are handy because you can ink them, you can spritz them, and in this case I've done I've put that same pearlized paint on. And they are mulberry leaves in white, a pack of, I think you get 100, and they're 30mm these ones, but you can get them bigger and smaller, and they are MKX 450. Then we've got the Cosmos daisies, or cosmos, I call them cosmos daisies. Where are you? You're hiding. These are the leaves again. Where's my daisies gone? There you go. There's one there. Absolutely stunning. These are really good fillers as well. And that's a 25mm, and the code for that is MKX 119. Then as we move around again, getting a right good look at the box all the way around, we come to this ivory pearlized, flat back pearlized heart, and it's got a rose on the inside. If I can get it close enough, maybe, yeah, if I darken that, yeah, there you go. And they are in ivory, and it's GST 029. And this beauty here, are the chandeliers. It's absolutely stunning, and they're all crystal, and they're multifaceted hearts. They look really nice, as you can see, and they really set the box off as well. And this is the purple crystal hearts on a silver stem, and the code for them is MKX 241. I think you actually get 6. It's either 6 or 5 hearts to each stem, and I think you get, yeah, it's 5, and you get 6 in each pack, so they're well worth it. They go a long way. As you can tell, I'm really excited. I love the way this box turned out. Here we have some diamond circles, and they're tiny and they're lovely to fill in the little gaps. I think I have some more of them somewhere. Yeah, another one down there. They're absolutely beautiful, so worth the money. I couldn't believe how gorgeous they were when I opened the packaging. You actually get 100 of them, and they really do glisten. They really are beautiful, good quality. Everything's good quality, but they really are lovely. And the code for them is GST173. Here on the same side, hiding, is the pearls, and they're on a gold base, a gold circle base. I thought it looked really bonny there in the middle. That's a flat back ivory pearl in a gold circle backing, and the code for that is MKX365. Here also, this is beautiful. I couldn't stop using this. I've used it on another project as well that's coming up, so look out for that next Wednesday. I've got another humdinger of a project to show you. It won't be as big as this, but I keep using this, and this is flat back ivory. Yeah, it is the ivory one, pearl string, and it's 10mm in width, so that's a centimetre width, and it's doubled up. It's absolutely stunning. So what I did is I went round both tops, and where you cut it, you can get little squares off it, so I even put little squares of it at either end of there and either end of there, just to tie it all in together. And that is in ivory. You can get it in white as well, and that is MKX614, and you get 2 meters of that. It's such a gorgeous, I need more than 2 meters every time I get it because I just go through it. It's gorgeous. It really adds that extra bit of elegance. Then we've got here, I'm surprised I only put one little bit of lace on, because usually I've got lace on absolutely everything, but I think the pearl trim took over. But this lace here is a crocheted lace, and I've put it on both sides. I love the natural laces. I prefer natural lace to white. I mean, I do use white, but I use more natural than anything else. And that one is a crocheted lace. It's natural, and the code for it is MKX418. The metal corners, they come in silver, and what I've done is I've coloured them and then put the pearlized paint over, so that these are more like a goldy colour now, but they do come in silver, and they're the filigree metal corners, and the code for them is MKX181. We're nearly done. I've also put on a butterfly here, and he comes in a goldy colour, or is it silver? I can't remember because I've coloured him as well, and I've put white paint on him. He's got that pearlized, well, he's got gesso on and then the pearlized paint on top, but he's absolutely beautiful. I don't know if it is a he or a she, but I'm calling him a he. Anyway, so I'm a bit mad, aren't I? So anyway, that's the filigree butterfly, and you get him in a mixed pack of metal pieces, and the butterfly pack is MKX287. I also made my own stick pin, and I hung a charm of a button from it, but it's the crown pin that you're looking at, which is what I got from Wild Orchid Crafts, and it's an ivory crown pin. They're gorgeous, these pins. They really are good, and I think they're 3 inches long or 2.5 inches long, but plenty to get, you know, you can get plenty on them, as you can see. And that is I think you get a pack of 10, and that's the ivory one. They're 2 inches in length, the actual pin size, and that's GST115. Also, I've added a miniature peg. They do sell miniature pegs as well, and the code for them, you get 45 in a pack, and to my US friends that's a clothespin. We call them pegs over here. And you get 45 to a pack, and the code for them is MKX298. So that's all the Wild Orchid Crafts bits that I've put on. Like you can see, I've added some cheesecloth in certain areas, there and on there. I've stamped this. I've stamped a lot of the stuff that's on in the background just to give it some more layering. All about altering a mixed media is about layering different mediums. This nice spool here, my own metal scissors. I've used a thimble, a cheap thimble that you get in the sewing kits, as a little plant pot. I've done the wooden scrabbles as so, and I've done them vintages, well, with vintage photo and tea dye. I've got a little coat hanger, wire coat hanger there, yeah, little wooden buttons, heart shaped buttons. Again, I've stamped that and cut it out and wound some cotton around it. Oh, there's some more of that lace here as well, hidden under here. There again is another spool. I've opened this up so it looks like it's a top or it's ripped or whatever, but I've laced it up so it's like a top. I've then, as you can see, gone round with vintage photo and tea dye, and then just done some stamping and some text in the background. There's another coat hanger there with some jute tied to it, little bits and pieces, and there's some lace coming out the back of that. This is my favourite bit. This is a basket that was the same colour as this, and I've painted it white with gesso and then put the pearlized paint on, but it took ages just to roll up little bits of wool, and it looks like rolls of wool. It's so cute, I love it, and that's one of them aubergine roses again, but I made it so it looks like the roll of wool, the ball of wool has come flying out, and it's still, you know, it's actually flown out onto the top. I think that's really cool. I think I love it. I don't usually blow me on trumpet, but I am this time because I really love how this has turned out. A bit of greenery here. Then I've gone in with the tape measures again, and all the little bits. It's all the little nooks and crannies and all the bits that you put in that make a project stand out from the rest. And you can really achieve that with Wild Orchid Crafts. They've got so many gorgeous things to put on projects like this. You can't go wrong, you really can't. You know, you get a good product every time that you use their items. So there you go. Oh, and there's a little cameo that I made myself. I think that's about it. Until the next time, I hope you enjoyed looking at this, and check out my channel for the next time. Next Wednesday, every Wednesday, I will be putting up a project using Wild Orchid Crafts as one of their designers. Oh, I'm so excited. So tune in next week and I'll have something else for you to look at. Bye for now, folks. Bye bye.